may be in the world, thank you for joining me for another edition of the Truth Conductor Show. Listen, um, right now, there's a lot of turmoil going on in the world. And a lot of people don't have no answers. They don't have a clue about what to do, where to start, or how to do it. And this is why you cannot be afraid to introduce your idea, to talk about your idea. You can't be afraid because you might not know, somebody might like it if you start putting it out there. And the reason I'm telling y'all this is, see, I was just on X and I put out the idea to the mayor and the DC Chamber of Commerce. Man, y'all need to start a Let's Save DC campaign. That's what you, to turn this foolishness around. We ain't but 10 square miles. And the reason things are out of hand right now is because, one, you got some black kids that are committing the majority of the retail theft in the city, that's running businesses out, and black folk are the ones that's committing the most crime. And you ain't got nobody that can talk to them. Because them white businesses that they see coming in their community, they can't relate to them. They see them as the enemy. But yet, you ain't putting nobody black up to talk to them to say, stop this foolishness. Man, as the nation's capital, we got people coming from all over the world. We should be the friendliest city in the world. Because people going to come here, and when they come, they're going to spend money. And when they spend money, then we're going to have money in our budget to do the things we need to do. So, don't worry about nobody stealing your idea. That's another thing. Because, let me tell you, I got a whole warehouse full of ideas up here. And see, the anointing is with me. You might steal, let's say, DC, but you ain't going to know what to do with it. Because it came to me. So if you want to steal, that's fine. But the only person you're going to hurt is yourself. So don't worry, man. You just keep your mind open to creativity. And see, and here's another thing. See, when ideas come to you, they want to be caressed. They want attention. They want to get your undivided attention when an idea comes to you. It ain't coming to you because it ain't got nowhere else to go. And notice, if you don't give it any attention, if you don't pay attention to it, it'll go to somebody else. That's why you got to learn your creative voice. You got to learn that creative voice that's in you. When an idea come to you, man, that thing is it just hits you a different way. It feels different. And see, you got to familiarize yourself when an idea come to you and that feeling hits you. It's like, I need to pay attention to this. You see, and by you expressing it, that's how you get the kinks out. As long as you keep turning this around in your mind, you ain't growing. But the minute you start articulating your idea, that's when, if it's for you, it's going to start growing. What do you mean, Truth Conductor? How ideas grow? Because you start seeing different ways to express it. Will come to you. Different phases of how to present it will come to you. That's when your idea is growing in your mind, and that's when you know this idea is for me. If an idea is not growing in your mind, it's dead. Let me say that again. If an idea is not growing in your mind, it's dead. It ain't for you. It's for somebody else. Okay? And every idea that comes to you ain't for you. Oh, let me say that shit again. Every idea that come to you ain't for you. Some ideas are going to come to knock you flat on your butt, to see what you going to do, to see how you going to respond, to see if you going to get up. That's what some ideas are designed to come and knock you flat on your butt, to see what you going to do. Okay? But learn how to express your ideas. Start when your ideas come. And see, this is another thing. You know, first of all, if the idea is truly for you, get the domain name. Just put .com on the back of it. Buy the domain name. That's your stake in the ground when you started this idea. Idea come to you, just put .com on the back of it. And make that .com as simple as possible. And see, and a lot of y'all don't hashtag your stuff. See, that's why another thing, see, when you hashtag your idea, it goes straight into Google. So when somebody Google your idea, all your hashtags are going to come up. See, and that's another reason you need to start putting your stuff on social media, hashtagging it, so when somebody say, this is my idea, well, let's Google it and see who's going to show up. See, somebody else can come and say, man, I'm the truth conductor. Oh, really? Well, let's Google truth conductor and see who show up. Let's see how many times you show up versus how many times I show up. See, because you Google it, and that's your proof. Your domain name is your proof when you came up with the idea. And if somebody then came up with a domain name after you, they short. Because you got the domain name first. So that means it was your idea. And if they didn't get a domain name, that was their mistake. That wasn't your mistake. That was their mistake. And I'll tell anybody, man, when you don't be afraid of your ideas, man. Because when you start, ideas will always come to somebody that respond to them, that give them some attention. You can get any kind of idea, because the ideas know when they come to you, you're going to do something with them. You ain't just going to sit them up on the shelf and let them gather dust. You're going to use them. And that's how you grow. When your ideas come to you, start using them. Express them. And you'll be surprised at some of the stuff that'll start coming to you. All right? Don't be afraid of your ideas, man. Don't be afraid. Like I said, some ideas are designed to see what you made of. Okay? Don't mean they ain't gonna work. They might be ahead of their time. But they designed. And see, and here's another thing. A lot of y'all need to start creating your ideas, even if you ain't got the money to produce it at the moment. You need to still create it. Why is that, True Conductor? Because if you by chance come into some money, look how many ideas you got ready to go. You ain't got to spend no time you done already developed the stuff when you didn't have no money. So when you get some money, now you got some, look. I got my DCBlackTours.com, my hop on, hop off shuttle. I got my dinnerware line, and I got my brand. I got four streams of income right there. Let me get my hands on some money. Damn, I can get all of them running at the same time. And I got 4 different streams of income right there. Because they're already ready to go. My tours are already going. So all I got to do is get my hands on some money. Look at what I can do. And I can start helping some other people with some jobs. Because when I didn't have money was when I was creating. When I didn't have money. And see, and that's the mistake a lot of y'all make. Man, you don't want to create your ideas when you ain't got no money, because you know, well, ain't nothing I can do. Sure, something you can do with it. Sit it aside, create something else. And you might by chance, and who knows, man. See, as bad as things are in DC, see, I can't say they ain't gonna like my idea. Matter of fact, let me see how many people. Let me see how many people don't watch the video already. I don't get this kind of engagement on YouTube, but let's see here. I'm gonna tell you exactly. I've done 2 videos. One I done got 57 views, and one I done got 171 views. And I just did them. I did 1 hour ago and 27 minutes ago. The one for an hour ago, I got 174 views now. And I tagged the mayor and the DC Chamber of Commerce, saying y'all need to sell the city, and you need to start a Let's Save DC campaign where we all involved. You see, and by me putting it on X, I got the proof right here that I done gave you. So if I see the campaign, I say, man, y'all got that idea from me. You see, so, and they paying people. They paying PR firms that ain't getting the results because look at things out of control. And see, this is why I'm telling you, don't be afraid to express your ideas. Because you never know, you just might have the answer that they've been looking for. But if you don't never put it out there, how they gonna know it? Let me say that again. If you don't never put your idea out there, how people gonna get a chance to know it? See, I can sit here all day long and say, stop hating each other with that sign. Stop hating each other because you disagree. But if I never put it out there, who gonna see it? If I was afraid to get out with this sign right here, if I was afraid to get out with this, who would ever see it? Nobody. Because I was scared, I've been afraid to get out and show it. And that's all I'm telling you, stop being afraid. Because the worst thing that can happen is you learn something about yourself. Let me say that again. See, the worst thing that's going to happen, you're going to learn something about yourself. See, you'll see something about yourself. Because, man, let me tell you, it ain't easy sticking with an idea when you deal with a whole bunch of rejection. Let me say that again. It ain't easy sticking with an idea when you still get a whole bunch of rejection. You see, people, every day I'm sitting at the White House, people will come up to me, I agree with your message, but won't put $1 in the bucket to help me be successful, but they agree with my message. And I'm supposed to be impressed because they agree with the message, but they ain't doing nothing to help me be successful. You see, all they trying to do is make themselves feel good by telling me they agree with my message, but they ain't doing nothing there. And see, and this is the problem. We got so many people out there talking the talk, but yet they ain't walking the talk. They talking a good game, but they ain't walking it. And that's why stuff is out of control right now, because we got too many people talking the talk, but they ain't walking it. And see, when you're walking it, you involved. And if you agree with my message, you're going to help me be successful. Because you agree. And I'm telling you, and one of the biggest, let me tell you this, man, one of the biggest obstacles that you're going to have with your ideas is discouragement. Let me say that again. One of the biggest obstacles that you're going to have with your ideas is discouragement. You got to know, like you know, from the bottom of your feet, man, to the top of your head, that what you're doing is what you know, is what you believe in. Because if you don't believe in it, you're going to give up. You're going to give up. And when you give up, somebody going to come right behind you and pick that idea up and take off to the ozone. Because you didn't have the stamina or the perseverance to keep believing in what you was doing. Because if when you believe in what you're doing, ain't no quit in you. Let me say that again. See, when you believe in your idea, when you believe in what you're doing, and you believe in yourself, even when you feel like quitting, you don't. You ain't throwing the towel in, and you're gonna have them moments where you're gonna feel like giving up, man. And you're gonna take that butt whipping, come home, get you a good night's sleep, and get up and start over again. All right? Don't be scared of your ideas. Embrace your ideas. Okay? Because that's what you're going to learn. That's what's going to teach you. That's what's going to help you grow. When you start embracing your ideas. Okay? All right? Man, I hope everybody had a wonderful day. It was a good day today. Good day today. Okay? All right, man. See you later.